Today, Saturday, the 5th day of September 2020. And we all know now, say, on Saturdays, that the time where we can call in a table, the things them we pass through Sierra Network for the week. And you yourself can get the opportunity for anything we pass na your radar for call and discuss about them. But before that, we can always look for compare the numbers them for the COVID-19 status for this week to the previous week. And I saw the numbers them look like. With total number of confirmed positive COVID-19 cases then a Salone. Last Saturday, when I be the 29th of August, now be 2019. Today, the 5th of September, now 2043. So from last Saturday to today, now 24 people now then get COVID-19 positive na Salone. In 1 week, 24 people get COVID-19 positive na Salone. Last Saturday, the total number of people were lost their life due to COVID-19 na be 70. And today, na 71. So in 1 week, we lost one person to COVID-19. We pray say, in soul rest in peace, with all the other one them where we don't lose to COVID-19. The one them way in an isolation center. Last week, now be 358. 358. And today, now 366. You will find out, say that number, they look high. We're not going to hold on that number day because sometimes the number can always look low. But when we go down, we go know the reason why we feel, say, that number they look high. And this not the reason. Last week, the total number of people they don't recover from COVID-19. Now 1,591. 1,591. Today, now 1,606. In space of 1 week, now 15 people recover from COVID-19. 15 people now they recover from COVID-19. And since we don't do the comparison now, this is the lowest number ever where we don't get for recoveries from COVID-19. Even when we be compare the previous week, when I be the 22nd to the 29th, where we be even they say na be low number, but that was 46. And we come down to the lowest ever way people that don't recover from COVID-19 per week. Because sometimes we get 15, 23, sometimes we even get 60 people recover per week. Now, this week, now only 15. Now we get 15. The one that were in quarantine last week, now be 388. This week, now 272. Again, we can always defect for make we get below that 500. We don't go below 500. We don't go below 400. Now we don't go below 300. So now we get 272. In the space of 1 week, 116 people. 116 people. Now the difference that one day in quarantine. But we'll go soon find out because that one day we're not going to lack for dwell on them because people then they discharge from quarantine. And the one them we don't discharge last week now be 10,678. And this week, now 10,884. So in space of 1 week, now 206. So inside that number there, you will find out say that in quarantine numbers then we see that way there. Now because of 206 people them not in discharge. But this one look good for in quarantine. We get low number of 272. Remember last week I be promised say now I go on for the compare the total number of people them where they really don't test. We compare now the number of people them where they don't test. And now so the number look like. Last week, the cumulative number, that are the total number of all the tests them where they don't conduct in a salon. Now be 26,909. 26,909. And for today, now 28,969. With that one day, in space of 1 week, from last Saturday to today, me say then conduct 2,060 tests na salon. 2,060 tests na then conduct na salon. Well, for today, na 202 tests na they analyze. Where that one the day part of the 2060 we then conduct for the week. But today on na 202 tests na they analyze, and out of that one day 2 be turned out for be positive, and the 2 now from Western area urban. The 2 positive case for today now from Western area urban. You don't say we will not compare by district the cumulative numbers them. Make we do them quick. Bo district 112. These are all the positive cases, but now cumulatively we come out and then district here. Bo district 112, Banff 87, Bombali 50, Cambia 40, Carine 11, Falaba 11, Kono 73, Kailaun 69, Kenema 124, Koinadugu 36, Moyamba 58, Potloko 102, Pujeon 28, Tonkolili 78, Western Area Rural 249, Western Area Urban 919. And this wire Naingiri a total number of 2,043. 2,043 when are the cumulative number where we don't get now of all the people and we don't test positive na salon. And you Freetong na then they lead with 919. Western Area Rural follow with 249. Kenema, they third with 124. Bo follow them with 112. Before you get Potloko, we get 102. Then you get Banff, get 87. Before you get Tonkolili, we get 78. So now so the numbers them look like for COVID-19 na salon. Make we just come with all the other things them we pass through Sierra Network for the week. On Sunday, we began 3 new confirmed cases, 0 death, and 3 new recoveries. We will also get opportunity for listening to Judge Macaulay podcast, and be deal with a continuation of mindset. The camera be go work on a potty. I don't know if you be get opportunity for see them when we upload them. Potty Bremalin, Usai, rain, calm, and the water. I think say maybe they not be realize say na bad side and be the bill, because water you not able for stop them. When the time come, it is fair road for himself. And then they be happen na the Potty Bremalin community, where houses then be go down, and you get, I think it's a 3-story apartment building where they 3-story house where they where himself the people where they can't even, they not get mind go there because under all long broke, and that building they just they wait for them for make it for them. We will follow the people them go back outside, then go keep the people them. We bring that story there. And we find out, say, 2 days after, we put that story there out. Freetown City Council don't go work out to the community them. You'll be, if you be listening, you're waiting the council or say, you're waiting the people and say, at least, this is what the camera does. Go, we find out waiting the people and say, and we're glad the way authorities then can respond to them kind call and they. Even though they're not saying that because they see video, but hey, we put them out there. People in Siamen, Freetown City answer the call. The community health officers, them, when are the CHOs, them, I think we don't deal with a topic now, but them, and the community health assistants, them, when are the CHAs, Ministry of Health and Sanitation, say then they look inside for regulate them. You don't say where them people are they call for this regulation. The next time we just hope the ministry go say they don't regulate them, because that's what these people want. We be also put out there, even though during the week we be called Abdullah Fatoma, but we put out there where the camera self be joined Abdullah Fatoma and Atombo, and you will look you see how that conversation they been go. On Monday, now health talk, now we be deal with now, and waiting the doctor be focused on, maybe focus on traumatic brain injury and concussion, where now Dr. Aissatou Kake Jallo now be present that program day. And on Monday, we be get 4 new confirmed case, 0 death and 0 new recoveries. Anti-Corruption Commission be one make me you know say, then get a COVID-19 task force. Yes, ACC. Then get COVID-19 task force where be they engage with the district COVID-19 resource centers them. They engage them now the south and the east. And say that work they be end and they be end fruitfully. We will also bring the update on ACC the action with regards to the audit reports. And they say this is not the number one. More reports get for the camp. Make we all know waiting then do. But this audit report be focused on 2015-2018. Then say why make them do so? So the next audit report where they come out, they not go join her with nothing, but it go be strictly based on waiting this administration don't do. We go make them easy one for make them do them work. On Tuesday, we'll be get for posted with no official statement from government. The Minister of Labour, Honorable Alpha Usman Timbo, they don't reinstate him. And the Deputy Minister for Basic and Senior Secondary School, Emily Groga, himself, they don't reinstate him. And we all will be there, know how that conversation they bingo. On Tuesday, we will get 2 new confirmed cases, 1 death and 0 new recoveries from coronavirus. Just like as I say, after that statement will be asked, say, the 48,132 bags of rice, who that will get for all accountable will be the Ask Anti-Corruption Commission. Slaffer say, they don't begin for shape the money where FIFA give for COVID-19 relief funds. Imagine, Slaffer. You know what in? Make we go down because I don't know what in because we don't talk about boku, but how they go? How they go? AYV and AfriCell say then scale up a thorough preparation for the new reality show where they come with a housemate salon soon. They create them. They create descendants then a salon say, then they drag the government of Salon gonna court. What made them care then go court? They say because it in we books, we law books na Salon, where then says they call say that section they need for be amended, where they prove say they create them, not they able buy land na the provinces. They say it na the law books of Sierra Leone, in our constitution, we forbid any Creole person for buy land, na the provinces. Inside that post day, a lot of comments then come. People then say, why now? Why make the Creole for ask this now? People then say they need evidence for say Creole person don't go na the provinces for go buy land, then stop them because of in big Creole. They say, so if that did not happen, even if it didn't have the books, it's not necessary for change. So people, but the Creole then say, as long as it didn't have the books, that one they need for be amended now a constitution. Dr. Sylvia Blyden, with an audio series them, beget for issue audio 005. We say inside in the take we on a journey of Sierra Leone in 100 years political journey, making explain to we. Then they back we get a lot of comments. You don't get over 12,000 views on Facebook and over 3,000 views on YouTube. What do people then say? They say Sylvia Blyden for left, what he do, make left for be politician, make he go be history teacher, since that one day he want do now. And then some people then they say, well, history, the person where they tell him, he always they tell him from the side of waiting go make in look good for waiting he represent. So some people then they say, waiting Sylvia Blyden talk by that audio day in the 100 years and about the APC and the SLPP, being that she's APC, so now I make it make like for say Seka Stevens was the good one and the other one the guys them na be the bad one them. ACC one make we know back say the deputy commissioner being conclude in countrywide monitoring tour of all the project implementation them where they na the country. There is this posting where just like as I say just now, where ACC be do about the audit report. The audit report where they outline a lot of things. And if you not see go that number one, they go to make you go see all the people that they call inside it. So then be called National Petroleum. But however, they mistake. Then say, this now based on ACC waiting ACC say. ACC say, now 4 million. Now, them be one right, but they mistake right 4 billion. So, definitely, the person, Patrick Sandy, when at the public education officer be there na AYV, and he began for apologize, say yes, na mistake on them part. And the one day NP be gladdy for say over 4 billion false allegation. ACC apologizes to NP. But however, now 4 billion ACC right, but not to for say, then say now 4 million, now in them be one right, not to 4 billion. On Wednesday, we will get 1 new confirmed case, 0 new death, and 6 new recoveries from coronavirus. And we be find out say Alpha Saidu Bangura, where they are the communication strategist and the Ministry of Information and Communication, say making explain to we about the SALCAB unbundling. If you be watching our page, you within ECD. And on Wednesday, then they will be laying a table. The SALCAB, the unbundling, where they say not to for sale, and you will be joining the conversation, you know how that one day bingo. Through the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School, where now the minister himself, Dr. David Moinina Senge, he began to tell we say Sierra Leone be take action for more international and innovative civic education. Statistics Sierra Leone don't pull the cartographic mapping where they get for do for that December 4. They don't pull Usa and Usa and get for day at what and what time. So you Usa you sleep that day. Now that day they need that information for. So they don't show you Usa and Usa then get for Duam. Okay, make a come to Slafa. Because just now, when I say they don't begin the disbursement of the money where FIFA been give, you go believe back say Slafa, the same thing with Salon government they do. Now Slafa back begin for do. Then begin for go shape money in cash. Yes. Slafa back begin shape money in cash. So for one reason, the Maconi meets FIFA. Now in FIFA get for other Slafa say, they no mix pada yuki business day. Even though a lot of we know say FIFA self, they're not to clean white sheet. But then they try for cover themselves. So FIFA tells Slafa say, they no mix. Every money where FIFA gives Slafa, where Slafa want transfer to them different football clubs then yana salon to the individuals them. It will only be bank transfer. Bank transfer. You think say we be even supposed for reach yonder? Why make Slafa one falamakata government of Salon? Why make? Not so the same thing this would be talking about this UK business with IMF and also World Bank. Because that first money we didn't shape, we didn't go give cash. When a World Bank they own. They not tell and say no, una do bank transfer. They left them shape all the money where this administration don't shape to people all na cash. Even though don't talk over and over and over na cash. Now make some man can say something that one bluff say then they give money. So Slav herself join the bandwagon. Say then self then go shape cash. Then FIFA can tell and say, wait to na depa. Uno no sa una landa when they born, no mix with it. Una for only transfer the money through the banking system. We don't know if government of Sierra Leone, but since nobody not go for telling, one day they give them their money, I not go for telling, see, because we need proper account of their money, now only through bank transfer na for do am. But because all myself they make in own day, so nobody no care. As long as the money go, not so. But nothing say we be even supposed for each year make FIFA tell Slafa say una go do am through the banks. That same day we be get news. from one of the online media outlets them na Lebanon. We claim say the person where they in charge of the embassy, the Sierra Leone embassy na Lebanon, say the president of Sierra Leone don't discharge from hospital, and after this discharge, and then say na be the American University Hospital na they be admit, and then say the consul for Sierra Leone and Lebanon na the name of Hashim. On Wednesday, na him be tell them say he issue a following statement, and this exactly what in the following statement say from Hashim. He say the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, will be discharged from the American University Hospital in Beirut this evening, and be Wednesday, after he undergo the necessary examination under the supervision of former Minister Professor Dr. Mohammed Jawad Khalifa. And the president is in good health condition. You want for make we know say President Bio go stay na the Beirut Eden Bay Hotel for a short recovery period, and he go pursue in personal visit to Lebanon before he go back na Salon. Last week Saturday we talk here where I be talk about say that Sunday the news will be come say the president get COVID-19, and then the be scatter. The Ministry of Information and Communication no Canada for tell we nothing. They no refute nothing. They no pull no press release. And this one be come out from two outlets them back na Lebanon. Nothing they no be tell we. Well now, another one don't come out. For tell we say the president go doing check-up, nothing not one, and what's not. With this one claim say now through the council where they na Lebanon, and they say na Hashim. When the one they go viral, now the press secretary Yusuf Keketoma say go na Facebook page. What he write say? He say the president and the first lady they don't extend them visit what they do na Lebanon, and also then go return soon for carry on then work. And they tap him. Focused, and so he say. Himself not talk nothing why they extend the stay. Nobody no know nothing. Before this one, let me tell you, say na 7 days, now in the president, they left Sierra Leone. Now the official statement, we then tell you, they say 7 days, now in the president, they left Sierra Leone, they go on a private visit now Lebanon. When the president go, we get news outlets then in Lebanon, we say the president get COVID-19, we not hearing nothing from the Ministry of Information, we not hearing funding. We left there. Now, another outlet can talk say, then claim say that through the council, where they in Lebanon, nothing we not hear back. Unless we, the press secretary, can tell we say, they don't extend and stay. Why? We don't know nothing. We feel saying that's so it's supposed to be. Or you self-join say, you know, because people learn to talk. People they want to know the man in private life. That's what you think? Or you want to join and say, no, we need to know. He's the first gentleman of Sierra Leone. And if rumors then they go around, Eh? Then he say any kind rumor small to go there. If rumors then they go around say he's sick, even though they want they get that kind COVID-19 or whatever, but now they say don't discharge, but they want and the press secretary they tell we say they extend and stay. Why? We don't know. And they no can confirm say waiting day back na true or not true. Or we just feel saying that everybody in Sierra Leone hates the president. So the entire Sierra Leone no for know nothing. And waiting you go see now before when then kind news here come out, when anybody from Ministry of Information go to any radio station, then go must chook this question here. I don't know if me hear them. If me no hear them, but sometimes you hear. But with all the media houses then as alone. When they go out for go talk about this unbundling of SALCAB. Because all the people that they go talk about not so from SALCAB then they come out, but not from Ministry of Information and Communication. Now they come out. And all the media house here. Now say, okay, well, like how they can do. Say, well, since we get you now today, now so don't they yegi. Waiting happen. Waiting make waiting. Or is it that is a no-go area? Nobody know for ask that question there. The president is doing fine. He's on a private visit. Suck it up. Let him move on. And so? They don't extend in visits. But this time around, they not give it to Amos days. They not give it to Amos days. Then just tell we say, he go return very soon for come back to work. But anybody will like Salon, please, and I beg you, pray for the president of Sierra Leone. Whatever it is, if they do well, if they do perfectly well, pray for him. He not well, he's sick, pray for him. Yeah? All we want for him, not the best. So that if in the best shape, if in the best state of mind, he go able for implement things them, we go make Salon better for we all. We know one day in that place where we want to see the president fail. When the president fails, Sierra Leone don't fail. But some people say if he not fail, then other party no go come inside. Even if he win, other party can still come inside. Eh? So I beg. Yeah? Remember the president of Sierra Leone. Now you pray. Whatever it is. Even though they no one make we know, or because maybe they do well, I make them just say, but please, pray for them. You need we prayer. Yeah? Because we see don't reach them way, Papa, no one make the pikin in the house know nothing but them. I beg, pray. We'll continue. On Thursday, we will get 6 new COVID-19 confirmed case, them 0 death and 0 new recoveries. On Thursday, we'll be getting the opportunity for come with Abdulhem Fatoma. We come tell we waiting at them findings, we then go all usai, then chamot them biday. Finance Minister say in the assure the Chief of Defense Staff say in go work with them closely, make them get better relationship so that everything go smoothly in the security side, within at them budget, within they need, he army them. He saying they work with them fine, make them no worry. SALCAB unbundling implication. This one, somebody we get an MOU with. When at the Calabash newspaper, maybe a lot of time they find out say with a post thing there we then at the Calabash newspaper and say Leone because we get an MOU with them, and the editor and the owner we in common name na Ranger himself be write something in case you no be know because that day na we now work that out the way they do with the unbundling of Salcab. But the news where they work around say the Minister of Information and the director on a Salcab, they all two, not they see one side. If you remember the audio where we play now of Mohammed Jallo, where himself na director of communications, now the Ministry of Information and Communication, we be in a 98.1. Remember where them the accent say, people them go lost their job. Well, why wanna not include them people here? We say they include them, then this and that. Word around the corridors say, the Minister of Information, they make bagbati by the young man where they nasal cab. Word around say, the young man no one work out with this particular unbundling. Word around say, but the minister don't team up in foot la. Say this, it go happen. So people they ask question now. Who is in charge of Salcab? Yes, information and communication. Now then they oversee all we think that we get for do it. The mobile network, the technologies, and all this thing we get for do with communication. But not to then they make say a so thing for B. So inside this article, not this one, another one they back with and they call the President Bio. Come. Can watch inside Salcab. Say the minister they make bagbati day. The minister don't pull wings. And not to you walk down one day. Say that the president pay attention. In case you know they see waiting the happen now na Salcab. A lot of people, just like that day na how they talk, no agree for this unbundling. Word around the streets they say, not to me say the minister look gets one company where Ladida look the inside. When I that one kind way they make it a tawaso. We wait. Because for more than they talk this unbundling of Salcab. You know one day somebody na Salcab go na station, na radio or TV for go talk about her. When are they do? The only people that are talking about it now from information and communication. Now they then they come out. They come out. Nobody from Salcab. When I then can't tell we say, well, we agree for make we unbundle because we think they work too much per week. Again, if this one, sometimes a misunderstanding. If not of the good, it go happen. Maybe don't talk another that they say, you know, for bringing the good. I mean, now so me talk now. Would they go? They want them way able settle peace, make this thing done. Una come inside, make una do una work. Now the 10 people go ask, say, they are with chief minister. What in this your man they do? What in chief minister they do? Another time somebody do ask back there, I say, with all the rumor where they go around, with them ministries them. Another person writes again another article, they call the attention of government with the way then they bully Freetown City Council. What's in the God? Chief minister, control you minister, they know. The old man stay in a lane. That's say for B. All man for dinner in lane. Hey. Yesterday, we will get 6 new confirmed cases, 0 death, and 2 new recoveries. Yesterday, we will get a good time, not the good old days. And we don't get a new one. We're going to start next Friday when a story time. No politics, story time. We expect people and for call and post to you. What thing happened with you back in the days? This one not get no time fame. Just fun time. Just fun time. Make we giggle a little bit. Eh? We go start time next Friday. Audio 006 Dongomot. In Zayanda. Silver Blyden try to explain about the formation of PPIC waiting at the work and all that thing and day. And he still insists and Escoma he led executive then for go come October 15, 2020. COVID-19 or no COVID-19, then for go. When this particular one be the play, why there? Una way they in support, yeah, of the APC. Ulekuna. Una way they in support of SLPP. Ulekuna too, because we are all Sierra Leoneans. But I don't know why. Whenever we post Silver Blind in the audio, people they can attack. Now, so somebody today say network, no development issues, no day. Now this number, now make a ask and say, now this video number na ending na Sierra network. So this one way Silver Blind in the talk, we Sierra network play. We get everybody now. You don't want to listen. Nobody is forcing you to listen. You want to listen. Nobody not force you back for listen. We put on the one them we want to listen. Go listen. The one them we want to listen. Just skip them. Go to something else will interest you. That's how we go able to live peaceably with all. Like so then one big compound. We all respect one another. But just because they play this one girl, you come back, you can see and network, other development issues. I make now this one green video you see. They say see the country of Sierra Leone far because they place it blind in the do. Hey, our people, waiting do. We want listen, we go listen. We not want listen, we not go listen. Just keep them, go to the one way interest you. Yeah? Thank you. Bathurst Village don't get lights. Bathurst Village don't light up. After 204 years, Bathurst Village finally get light. This one back, you know, we end up with Dodo. You see the old lady where they see. Now you screen right now from where he born. And Bathurst. You know, one day see light day. See how old she is now. For able for see light. Na Bathurst. We're glad for them. So it for be. Do ya, Mr. Energy Minister? Well done, sir. But don't forget Waterloo. Waterloo by the district council area, and sir. The transformer where they it don't small for the area. So then the lights are like a candle. We say, they see the good work where they go and do, where they go and change transformer across. We don't want to make you forget that area there. Like how you don't light battles after 204 years. Now so we in our Waterloo, by the district council area, we need good transformer. We're going to make we self light up. We're going to make we not suffer for light. Like me with the talk, sir. I don't need suffer. My security light, I don't buy it, I don't tire. Because I see they get low voltage and so the light and the boil. The last time I go salon, 60,000 for one bulb. I buy 100,000 for one bulb. I buy 120,000 for one. I even this scared. I was like, this one, it could just spoil. And indeed, that's where they end up. The one cartoon bulb, all long views. You wouldn't say that the best bulb in salon. When are the new one? When are the views? How long can that? How long? There, sir. I see you light up battles. Myself, I plead for me community. So, hey, I no go see there. I dey see them they light up other side. Myself not talk for me own. Do you, Mr. Minister? Or you the read this way sabi the minister? Tell them for we. Say Waterloo by district council office yonder. We safe. We want to make them light up for we. Because even to the bulb them we didn't say that the best bulb na Salone refuse. For one reason, it refuse, sir. We don't tire for buy bulb them. We don't go tell we say na the best. But we go get for find out the hard way say them bulb them they another help we. With a big. In battles, we enjoy the lights, yeah? We're not jealous now. We're glad if we're on our back. We enjoy the lights. So now then things say pass through say a network for the week. Make we out Usman Tolly for in summary for the week. Yes, Usman Tolly, welcome on board, sir. You get a platform. Your summary.
Well, thank you very much, Triple A, and thanks to everybody who is listening to this program. As you say, I just did a quick summary of some of the basic things that we will discuss this week. We just want to look at three of the issues then. One, I will talk on the issue of the intended plan for unbundled SALCAP. And then I will talk about HEBO, His Excellency the President Leone visit in Lebanon. And then I will talk on the issue of Alpha Timbo and the former Deputy Minister of Basic and Senior Education and statement. So now then three issues, number one, talk on today. Let's talk on the issue of unbundling. The issue of unbundling, I will say, is quite sensitive. A lot of people then there is so many concerns regarding the model we use. We're not the PPP. We just mean private partnership, public partnership. To be honest with you, this model, you get different type of you get build, own, and transfer. You get build, own, and operate. You get different type of But this particular one is based on what we call operation and maintenance, I believe, contract. We say they don't contract this to a private sector where will oversee the activities, where they undertake the maintenance and operation of the business, because the investment already don't happen, right? So what are they trying to talk here is this. You get your own advantage. You get your own advantage because what you do most of the time, the government, they undertake them here because when they involve the private sector and some of their development here, they check public wastages and excesses. There are times when a public enterprise, a lot of waste happen. People normally when just the government, and most of this not the government get up. So there is carefree. There's a lot of wastage sometimes. So that makes sometimes the government, the public enterprise, then they partner with the private sector so that it will help for bring about what we call innovation. They bring about in terms of specialization, we say then they gear to people that will specialize, the private sector will specialize in doing the business so that they will carry out the functions of that business day. We understand. But let me come to the critical question where you ask, which is very important. I think this baffle most people in terms of the unbundling of this sector. You say SALCAP, there is a problem going on there at the moment in terms of they are not happy with the unbundling process. Yeah, because SALCAP, we all know the two business system, all being wrapped under SALCAP. So now, what in the minister, we don't say the Minister of Information are irresponsible, and they oversee, like when you talk in terms of what they do. But the question we will ask the minister is, he create a subcommittee for discourse on those issues, where it comprise the Minister of Finance, the AG, and the public-private unit for discourse on those issues. I feel say if all NTR be not happen, we say they're not involved in different stakeholders here, I don't feel say we'll get a problem with SALCAP. And the question is, SALCAP, were they involved? These are some of the questions all they talk. And critically, AAA, we are worried because we don't see a lot of these things not happen. PPP don't take place. Not the first time they happen. We don't see it only happen before. For example, Siratel, we talk about the other day, we talk about EDSA and EGTC. These are all PPPs. Both sides don't care we go today. So we believe, the fundamental problem here, address. And as far as Sierra Leone is concerned, there are fundamental issues when it comes to PPP where the need for address. Where I feel they don't address them. Anyway, because it's a summary of the week, I'm not going to go into detail with that. Then the other issue about the president, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, I think we understand, we all pray, and I like the way I put them, pray for the president. We want in our body one. We want to make it come back now our country, because at the end of the day, 90 will oversee the country. 90 design for development of the country. We all pray God for them. But again, sometimes when you look at them, they're not do themselves justice. Because if you come up with different information sometimes, and this is not the problem this will get with this government. Now, the problem is what we have with this government. I mean, if you come up with a clear statement and you stick to that statement, I think sometimes it will make a lot of difference. It will make things better. But as you correctly say, I see a statement will come up from State House where in Toxi, he say the president, they go on a private visit in Lebanon because of the good relationship where Salon gets with Lebanon. They go on private visits there, Then suddenly we get a statement will come up from the consul in Lebanon. Yeah, will come up from Salon to Lebanon. Talking the president on discharge from the American hospital, University Hospital in Lebanon. So that itself is contradicting, because if you don't put that in, say, the president, they go on medical checkup. It's simple. I mean, we only go medical checkup sometimes. Yeah? We only do them. You make it quite clear. And from there now, you go proceed to a private visit. Then you don't make it quite clear. But again, you understand, because I know, say, over the years, we don't see who say the social media, the champion fake news about the president the president this. But if you say you follow to social media in order to inform the public clearly, then again, they do yourself justice. I think sometimes it's best you come out clear on issues. Say, look, and they go on a medical checkup. From the medical checkup, and they proceed on a private visit to the Lebanon government. I think that for them make things issue and left that the social media and talk what they for talk. I feel say that would have been the best way. Now they make a lot of people that think this, think that. You know, I get a lot of discussion with other people who don't tell me, say, if you say the president well, you know, if you say the president. Now, a lot of things that they come up now where I feel say, if they may not make them quite clear, maybe that for the help. Then the other issue again is about Alpha Timbo, Honorable Alpha Timbo versus the ACC, Anti-Corruption Commission. We know say, you raise the issue here. We're all concerned because here, you know, property, assets will belong to the public has been misappropriated. We're at the 49,000 bag of rice. Yeah. And as it stands, nobody know account of them. We know say they don't misuse them. They don't go in the wrong hands. People are not supposed to forget them. Now they take them, they misuse them. But the concern here is this, yeah. And this now a lot of things. Now the things and this a lot of critics then concern about, yeah. You don't spend state resources. You don't carry out an investigation. You don't tell the public, say you get dozens of evidence, and you know what that means. And remember, this man where they had the ACC, we all know, yeah, now highly rated. Lawyer, like a man when a lawyer, we don't practice law for some years. So when we talk about dozens of evidence, we believe say rely on those evidence. And then the time come, after you don't waste all the taxpayers' money, time come for hearing this case in a court. Then it tell you prosecutor for make you withdraw the case based on no evidence case submission. That is, we don't get evidence. So we don't get evidence. After all the balo, we don't talk. Just the same way for can read the case, we say don't get evidence, but however, it will likely bring the case back. This is why, you know, we have to create unnecessary criticisms for ourselves. That's unnecessary criticism because what the critics they will talk, you know, especially the way a member of our own political party, when they say when they prosecute that man, they go court. And when the time reach, you withdraw the case. It creates unnecessary attention to ourselves. Instead, not pursue the matter. Especially when you say get dozens of cases of evidence. So, I will stop here. But overall, to be honest, to crown it all, the good news is so far so good. Yeah? In terms of the ACC, I think this is the best time we don't get ACC commissioner. We're a little bit proactive. We at least will see some result. Yeah? Because we know the ACC is always problematic. It's always problematic. Because now most of the leakages that they happen, but a little bit effective as compared to all other previous commissioners that we don't see. So I will stop here and give a chance to other colleagues.
Yeah, before you go, I really want to make you up more by this SLAFA. You think, if SLAFA be do the right thing, FIFA will be right then, tell them, say, make them stop for give money by cash and go do a bank transfer?
Exactly, Triple E. As you say earlier on, this is not something we'll be only discussed about now this forum. Cash transfer. I think it's not the best way forward. We don't see, the government don't do this. For example, the areas that we are making for pay to the nurses then, the medical staff then. We then take one old truck for go pay the medical staff then. We raise concern internally. Say, why not encourage people for open bank account? Yeah? That was a clear opportunity. You don't employ somebody. First thing when they do, not only because I don't elect for compare Sierra Leone with their country, yeah, but in other African countries, yeah, when you employ person, encourage and force him, let open an account. And, more than ways of pay, not only by account, there are other electronic ways for pay person these days. We're not even bank account, yeah? So why do not go encourage people for the open bank account, In fact, that they grow the economy. When people in the open account, they help for growth the economy. Yeah? Those are the things that we don't get for land for the do na the country, rather than this cash transfer. Because what you do, the disadvantage of cash transfer, they contribute to corruption, malpractice system. They happen a lot in terms of, we see what happen now, I think McKinney. We see what happened in terms of, because if non-payment then you don't identify the post, you don't get a bank account, easy, you transfer on your account. But we see a lot of corruption cases that arise due to this cash transfer. So, AAA, I think the government needs to do a little bit more in terms of this cash transfer, encourage people then. This is why we talk again, going back to the drone, the digital payment program they talk about, where the government did not launch 2019. We're up to this stage. We don't know what's in the Apple with that. And they're not update we up to this time. You know about it. So I will stop here. I'll give a chance to other panelists. And thank you very much, AAA.
All right, thank you very much. Osman Tholi. Thank you, sir, for your time. Make we carry with Usfriend. Make we get in summary for the week. Yes, Usfriend, you get a platform, sir.
Yeah, AAA. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. And thanks to previous analysts. We don't get a busy week. And what we just want to take up few what happened at the week, a few things that happened. The recent war happened, right? Electricity normal. I just want to start up with Uziadengi after 204 years. Now battles and getting light. From what you learn, I think the area how God make a place where they get something very prominent there. I think they get like buildings, a source of certain things and we they need, in terms of agriculture and even the landscape. So they get few business than they people in the run day, but because of recognition and other things, we don't ignore, they are abandoned day, being get light. But when you look at the improvement strategies where the minister they try to bring up, I see this bring up wires the way they change, who they talk of the transmission, because the generation of that area in a free town with electricity we don't get now they see for the time being to be candid, it will be able for reach day. But because of the wiring, the transmission, not good. So obviously, the voltage wouldn't get for change through the transformers. They're not going to pass the power for go side and one for go. But when they don't get better cable and now they don't put transformer, they shouldn't enable them for get light. But the idea of what I just want to say, while they do this transmission again, as they always say, they don't think of the area of generating the power, which will be a long lasting. Because if the ship get for go, the people then get for left with blackout again. And then the maintenance of the electricity back, if you're not able to get a source of generation, una source of generation of power, of electricity, it maintain even accidents of electrical equipment or bokutin at the country. But whenever it fluctuates, it cause a lot of problem. So that if they try to develop, so then get for develop, if not the hydro electricity, then try for maintain and increase the area of the dam or the next phase, then try to get them. Then get a generator of itself. When they generate electricity, like what again at Kintom, it go maintain electricity and cut down plenty things and what they happen with electricity in a free town. In terms of even the way people are the fidget with them, because when they maintain this flow and when they prevent accidents, then when they make them a cost cutting, what are people going to do? But on the other side, they want for just summarize because another one they want for separate between the powers there for say then where they do this, then where they do this. It all comes to the generation of electricity. If we don't maintain that one, and then the cable level they gain a cable level for cargo enough electricity. Because when you talk of load, just like motorcar, the one who, if you want for transport, boku load, you use a bigger van for like go carry at a go for a long distance. So the bigger the cable and the more resistant the cable load and the use back, it will even increase the power of light. But like we see accident days there and some accident, I think I can tell this happened. When I just a few days after this tell me happened. If you look likely, it will likely be in a circuit problem. I'm not going to say another one day, you can actually get the source of the fire because they're not able to give them out. Usually media not can cover that side. But it will likely is in a circuit because I just few days after they release electricity for go up yonder. So obviously now just few days after that. So all those kind of things. There are areas where them can always try to look how people are able to control, waiting to generate, how it work, and then how we distribute them. And mostly that transformer area. Because whenever the electric they go, if they return, the power of going and returning, then for able to maintain always. Now for that transformer can they. So now that's side I just want to take up for that one. The other thing we see back will go on like another area where you can get a board in a free to what they call, I think for academic institution and legislation. Then they try to ask them these days something about Lincoln. Then your responsibility, I think, for regulate how institution then they register, the legal one them, would they give degree, diploma, would they just open. But the area where maybe just pick credentials there, where they ask the individual, they are doing a very good job. I think say they get 61 registered institutions that would don't bring come. Of these 61 institutions that would don't register, of them like 8 universities will legally register. Okay, then they do very well now because they are working with the police according to the recent updates. But the area no more way still, as we always say, when they give power to certain institutions there, and they are meant to do what is called regulation. Like what is somebody they suggest then there's then people like not get body, who they look at this, who they look at this. They actually get them. They are meant to regulate each institution. Like you get NATCOM, where they for communication. Now this now other body who for regulate, but they are not given the regulatory bodies full mandatory because of them. They get certain laws as you read aside, they don't be covered there. Because one thing I pick up then there's what I just want to bring up now about Lincoln, where them go demonstrate. They ask them if they're not able to intervene, for negotiate with this type of arrangement where the government and Lincoln they get. Well, the only area where the lady really try for say, they try for explain say, because that agreement was an agreement where we don't make prior to then come in your institution, so they're not able to interfere there. That one they left hand between government and the Lincoln. So you see, they are actually meant to regulate, but again they get certain areas. So the only areas where they get power now for regulate the type of education in level. Wherein they ask for certain things, I think they can ask for information and they do evaluation by certain courses they want to do before they say, we don't reach this stage of this category, for go value for go do degree or diploma. But the other one the good thing what they say, they're not able to intervene for MMTC because they strike the back today for letting them go become a university. But they say that there are prospects in when I work in progress wherein they will likely approve them based on the outcome. But that one they say, look more of a negative, but they are waiting to see so that they will able to get us university. The last side, I just want to rub up on that side. Then the final one or second to level they go now, this cocoa issue, where I see back then this there. The reason why I pick them up now, some few things about the agriculture sector, how the cocoa industry in a salon, we don't boom up. Then give them a third rank inside European organic markets. And out of 500 samples, now they come 50. Then they rank the third in terms of organic material. But you can't see somebody candidate. There's I think one of the European representative, one for international cocoa, and SEC. I think they call him Michel Aron. He work for the United European Union. So in a sense, and therefore, let go see how the thing they develop because they don't already begin the boom. They don't give them price. They don't begin to develop. They're able to produce 16,000 tons for the year. All right. When we check the price we don't go up, but price don't count on small. But again, 16,000 tons. That one they give you, I think, now 32 million US dollars for the year. But usually that money they come directly to the farmers them. It only come in the form of after the government don't sell, this don't sell, this don't sell. But the idea behind it, there are two things. They try to encourage the government for let them go see wherein and one of the most truthful representative I don't ever see. Because they are meant to come and rip off and go. But it show the idea to the government and to the people that we concerned. He said, this is how you're going to do it. He said, there are two ways. If you want to get the added value, apart from even the farmers teaching them or doing the other areas, I will explain a bit. He said they also therefore look into the marketing. The marketing, he said, how una go get what they call single origin cocoa. All right, how una go get them? Una for able to get a home-based place for una go able to sell them and make una own final product. So una go able to get a price in the world market. He said because now the weather way they can change. If una can't put una idea all into cocoa, then when they grow no more, not diversify them, when I go produce them, then when I try to get a good quality of them, then the one profit, it will come as a one bodily thing. Instead of when they sell them, then go sell them to the outside world because there is a competition out there where people they look for homegrown products, where they sell them in finished products. Now, he therefore explains in a single origin cocoa. But the idea why that was say where the government then will try for look the money when they bring inside, when they bring up to 32 million US dollar out of 16 tons, because the ton per metric ton, I think then they sell them about 2,135 US dollars for a metric ton. But the idea of the farmers, first of all, for encourage the farmers, and not for just they grow cocoa, in case the climate change back, it tell them, let them grow other things alongside. And then if then they improve the cocoa, it give them the option, say, let them get youth man them, who go the den at the farmers them, who go help for replace the old plantation and also the people who are the farmers them. You see, the youth man they help for replace in case the farmers them old, now then go there for cover that gap there because most of them say don't carry age. And then the trees them back go down old, the youth man them back will replace them so that the production will get for fine. I show them back how them for do and he say one, how then they ferment the cocoa and how then they preserve them. Because when they ferment them, now in they bring that cocoa and value they produce. But in one to the end again, two things. He say, well, no people do not put their attention all on cocoa. So that tomorrow the climate, because the climate change, they will get for do this. But he encouraged the government for let them go do back a home-based production of what he they try to say that single origin cocoa. When they see this cocoa, they see that from salon. So that they go make it in biscuit form and milk form and chocolate form back home. But it was very, very, very clear to tell them, say the money owner they make so, now small one, because then people are outside the wall under, now wolves where they eat the money out of the poor farmer. He say I'm in the form of a quote form, but I believe see that one they didn't take him on board. Because the guy will be there with the salon man, where he said now in the worker, but they encourage people and for can do. So that area, I just want for them and look at the government to encourage farmers then. For say, okay, they encourage you in this type of thing. Because now when you look at cocoa in the world market, we are not going to be lucky to get anything much like the previous because the world government, then they try to reduce the production of cocoa because of health issues. You see, because of health issues. They say, yeah, so that area, they know what I for say. But the idea no more therefore point out is that the development of cocoa and encouraging the farmers and making them knowing the use of farming, not only on cocoa, that same idea back, they implement like on fruits. Will they produce juice? Will they produce jam? Will a home base? Because as long as the consumer and on a country owner they sell and they, then are the first advert of the production. If they sell and they, then they get able for import and back. Now that one they will try for safe and cocoa, so they can apply this idea into other sectors of agriculture. Now for I just pick out this cocoa issue no more. Then I'm your addition for the weekend. Thank you very much for giving me the platform.
Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome, sir.
Yes. Make we come with doctor. Make we hear waiting on your summary for the week. Yes, Dr. Aissatou Kake-Jallow, you get the platform.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and good morning to many others. Happy Saturday. Wishing everybody a happy weekend and a good week coming up for every one of us. So, Neo summary for the week. The different things that we'll therefore discuss right now. So I'll go straight into that. In terms of the district, we don't get light. Or the hope say all salon get light. Now they hope that. And we want to congratulate them that, as they don't start so, they continue all different sectors or different provinces, villages, then at the whole nation, so that we will really see that dream they don't come true for Sierra Leoneans. And as to COVID-19, Lord, not forget for say, we still get for adhere to COVID-19 measures them, no matter what in the numbers them right now we want to adhere, we want to continue for sensitize people then at the different communities them. Don't forget for tell them say you still get to wash your, you still get to wear mask, you still get to do social distancing and ensure that you clean your device, because you know what, I don't know, even we already listen right now, I mean we don't clean we phone them today or even yesterday. So Lord, don't forget to do that, because you know what, frequently touch objects, or devices, in our way of transmitting COVID-19. So Lord, don't forget that.
And after especially they talk about clean. The clean way they talk about now for whipper.
Now for whipper. Now for whipper with if you don't get
the whipper now close, we want to let the screen clear.
Not to Daniel.
Oh, okay.
Not to Daniel.
All right.
I mean for use something we get some form of alcohol in it. So like if you go to the stores, them supermarket them, then there's something they call chloro wipes, because now hospital we get one where they call chlorohexidine, like chloro wipes, they get different kind of, right? So you can use them wipes then some now they get the one that will look like saying that them baby wipes them, but you get alcohol in there. Some then they at the Lysol brand, so then they at the Clorox brand. So just get one that you host, so you can clean your devices them, and then we clean the device. Also the doorknobs them, you just for the remember for the clean and they also. Okay, so anything where you touch more frequently, you get for cleaner. So now for just a reminder, because sometimes people then they forget, say then so then they touch them, then they go on public transportation, then they forget, say they don't touch their phone, then the phone they back next to them face, maybe say you mouth, then opens, then they are so now way of how the virus can transmit. So don't forget that, and it's very important as we maintain COVID-19 measures them. And for the president, we wish him well, we wish him, speedy recovery, but I think it would have been nice for Lord, we understand, say, why he traveled out of the country for go get medical treatment. Nobody really against that. But you know what? This just the tell, we government officials that say, if we work on the healthcare system, if we do the right thing then for the healthcare system, there's no need for anybody travel out of the country for go to other country for go get treatment. If we invest in the health sector, we ensure say we get doctors them, we will take care of patients them, no matter how the disease or the health problem is. Definitely, we not feel say it was necessary for anybody for the left. But if you see them, they go, that because they get the opportunity for do that. What about that young person out there? We not get, not can even afford to go see a health provider at the country. So you see, it's very sad and disappointing for feel say, women are in power, they just forget. They forget the campaign message would have been put out there. Sierra Leoneans, don't let me self. Don't really let me self, because the statement they way Abdul M. Fatuma say, I want to tell and thank you. Those are big words, those are key words, those are words that we should model and try to, promote. Right? Because if you let yourself, you go let your neighbor, you go let your community, you go let the country. Oh, all the young for now will get the peace. Treat individuals with human dignity and respect. Not understand, not to party now in the south. This green, white, and blue is what we all belong to. Like I've been saying that before, even before Fatoma said this. Now you passport. They know the right they say, you're not Manigoman, you're not SLPP, you're not APC, or you're not Limba, whatever local tribes they will get at the country. Then they say Sierra Leonean, nationality, Sierra Leonean, place of birth, you go get the district where you were born. And that's all it's going to say. It's not going to differentiate anything else. So if we believe in that, we respect that, we love the country, we go stand to be a patriot at our country day, and we go look forward for peace in how we will develop the nation going forward. And then when we come to the program will take place now, Brahma Lane, Poti community, we want to talk to the camera by Sarah Network for going out there in the community for ensuring that they can highlight some of the things that we've been faced in different communities. And through that, the FCC went out and then tried to see what really happened and then try to help the community in any way they can come do for the people. Not that they hope for, and not that we want for like the media continue for the do, and then what you want they do at I want to say to Sarah Network team, now the ground and the one where they also do most of the other work then for ensure that the video then you're AAA. I want for telling our all thank you for that. We continue to do the good job, and we pray that God could definitely uplift this network and make down what it really needs to be and what you AAA the young for like happen for this network. God will answer that prayer, inshallah. And then the next thing. I want to say, my condolences and along with the Sarah Network family to Mr. Daniel Woolfield for we lost his brother, and to the other participant member, Mr. Amara Alpha, let him so rest in perfect peace, and all the people that we don't pass away, whether not now or before, all we will all lost family members and loved ones and parents, them, now God, sorry for everybody, and we set within this world right now, we try to do you, now God guide me and protect me and give me the strength and give me the heart for treat each and every one of, with confidence, with humanity, with dignity, and at the same time, for make me right before the day God will really take me out of this world here. So I pray for that, and I hope the family get the strength and the courage that they need for let them take care of, what's really happening in their life right now. And then, I can go into something where happened, like the first of all, I just briefly mentioned, we talk about the traumatic brain injury. Now, so Monday, many people that took part know how that program didn't go. And then, we really did try to sensitize different communities in how they will see traumatic brain injury and highlight it, and then most importantly now with country, how we will come about to find out what are the numbers of people that really experience traumatic brain injury, and for recognize the signs and symptoms of traumatic brain injury. And in doing so, we want to form an alliance with the National Safety Board in Sierra Leone. So I come up with a name already, and I ask for many Sierra Leoneans, whether not abroad or on ground, we will be willing for join me in the fight in how we will highlight, the key things that we people need to understand when it comes to traumatic brain injury. As we've been discussed now, the brain, it controls everything now with body. So if you get a brain injury, it can lead to many different complications. So the name for that, if we do start working on it and it becomes successful, and we also will get new data, because the data will be get, to an updated data, and that really not to give you the accurate number of people that really suffer traumatic brain injury. And that would be the National Alliance to Prevent Head Injury and Trauma in Sierra Leone, where we call NAPHITS. So NAPHITS. So like just for it become something where people then will just would call and then see how they will go on the website and then do community events in how we go focus on this. But during that day we didn't get person we come on Abibatu, she's willing to join me in this, and I know I don't tag who spread in order for saying no to me. And, George Kamara, I don't forget you, like I've been saying, I would begin to call on some people then, but I hope say them will voluntarily willing for join me, and that I hope for, so that we will do the right thing for the country, and then that way we will begin to make sure that people can get a safe brain and a brighter future. Okay, and then the other thing where I want to highlight on, as we talk about traumatic brain injury, now the young boy will be get a motorcycle accident, last month, and then it been go take the NTSC exam, and then most of we being feel say, for don't do that, somebody for don't take in a hospital, so then we monitor them, and which, then being given just like a first aid treatment, and then that's all it was, and then it's can continue for go ahead and take the exam. We all discuss traumatic brain injury and how we see what really needs to happen when somebody get a brain injury, right? So now, the good news is I want to let everybody know this, for this week, I don't behind the scene, try to contact somebody, in a bowl, where we say actually the person at Kenima first, the Mr. Bokari will be help me for finish with those mass donations and at Kenima. And Bo, now I contact, where I've been known through Mr. Usman Tolly, so he connects me with the journalist who cover the story for this young boy, where this is one of the AYB journalists. We get a video where we try to play for let people understand and see the current condition of this young boy. So the boy is stable, and the other good news is he not been lost a sister in this process, and nobody not been died during that day. So that's not a good news, and we want to share that with the Sarah Network family, because we've been dedicated a whole day or a whole program to that body incident, and we feel say we don't do follow up in the background, for now we make sure say we know exactly what's in the ground, because when that's been happen, some people have been do some donations, them for now we will hand over to the family of the Bobo. But now that we don't know that, in order for change what we get for do, we will probably just ask and advocate now. So if you not be donate anything, even if not $20, please do something, give it, and then Lord Adam Power would already get, would they support the young boy in how we will help. But when you listen to the video, when you see the Bobo, you will really need say we need to do something. We'd already come with the initiative, and then but we want to see how best we can make that more than what we already don't raise for that, because Sarah Network Charity Foundation also will add to what people don't give, but ensure that we cover the story and for say this boy is okay, and it will seek further medical treatment for let them go do a scan to really find out what things happen to him, and if there was no trauma or no residual problem and what so forth. So that said, I want for just say, we come to ACC for Francis Benkai's father. I really want to tell and say, if he wants to do this job, and he wants to really do right for the right purposes and to ensure the corruption done in our country, he therefore begin to say, I need to look anybody in face. Now you appoint me, yes, but it don't mean that because somebody in a party they do something wrong, I'm not going to hold them accountable for what they do, and I'm not going to fight all the way out for ensure then bring them to justice, because the country not going to all the time no more corruption, no more. In that way, they will not go forever go before. So he need for be neutral, and he get for try for say not to because somebody able for defend themselves, then you forget the one way no able defend themselves. Right, and then if you really want to do this, let it tell the president or whoever is not in boss, we not the president, say I want to do the job. And I want to do it right. You want to do this job, or you don't want to do this job. If you don't want to do it, that means you're going to block me. But then in the block, then Kaifala or somebody else will block. And whoever is doing it, he should be able to speak out and tell them, either I do my job independently or I resign. If you do that, they're going to say, then, you're serious about what you do. If you understand that saying, that the people of Sierra Leone, it is not to the president. That's not my take on that particular side. And the other thing before I go into the last thing I want to talk about, SALCAP. What did bring SALCAP 2012? Then SALCAP provides a wholesale internet broadband service for the nation, whether not government and non-government. Now they want to privatize this company. And then still when they do that, people are not the one that they bring in not to profit no more than they gain, and then try for reap where inside and not so. They try for reap things that where they not even work for. So we people that are the country on the ground, we're not going to try to get a job. You know, I want to just try to sell every company in the country, they will not ready for do well. And then I don't feel safe. They still say this is not for save them money. It's not going to save nobody money. It's just there for add cost to people them that country. They communication are a challenge within a salon. Internet program are a challenge within a salon. You know, they ever say they listen to a radio program when you watch TV that is on the internet, it not show buffering. Right? So that's really not nice. You know, they need to do something and try to look out for the people of Sierra Leone rather than look out for the people that come from outside. And they're not even Sierra Leoneans, they're like people from outside, right? That's only thinking about in taking it and going back to their own base and investing there. So we should be the ones going there, trying to work there, invest there, and also develop our country. That I feel safe for it happen. And then my last thing here is don't forget, you know, Sierra Network Charity Foundation still get t-shirts that we they sell, and then get items that we they sell. So they are check the website, you know, at snradio.net, where we say you will see the charity link. You know, we will click on that, you will see all the items that we'll get and the t-shirt that they go on, and we want for like people that we don't buy them t-shirts, let them not forget them for help share them pictures, them, you know, therefore put them up, and then it will be a Hall of Fame pictures where you're going to get beautiful pictures them, and we can't wait to put that up, and then Lord continue to preach the message of peace, love, and unity in our country. And I want to say #Salon Tough, #Salon Proud, and I know since we can do this together as Sierra Leoneans, you know, don't not forget, definitely, the other thing, you know, this is an exciting one too, I don't want to forget that, we get awarded with a certificate of appreciation by Connect Hospital, you know, for the donation we'll be due in July. So we really want to let everybody know that we continue to do good for the country and it's good for people, and really say we want to develop the country. Especially we appreciate we healthcare workers them. So then in return say they want to show a certificate an appreciation through the certificate, which we're not going to see on the screen with AAA share there. So congratulations to all the Sierra Network Charity Foundation donors, as well as Sierra Network family, where they listen now. So every day, you know, all the part of this, no matter who that been took part in that particular donation contribution, but if you don't donate before, you are part of it. So thank you very much, and Lord continue to do this good job we want to do for the country. Lord try to develop the country as we want it to be, and we can do this together. Thank you very much, and I look forward to talking to everybody one day in real time.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aissatou Kake Jallow. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's now waiting, Doctor, get for we today in summary for the week. Just like how we say, you're the watch right now na Facebook, and I believe you are going to watch na YouTube too after we upload on day. You get the opportunity now for see the image where you see so na the donation where we be go do some time back na Connaught Hospital where na dry food items them we been care go, and it was really appreciated, and we get the certificate of appreciation where our read for we quick make we waiting we get the emblem of Sierra Leone and also the Sierra Leone Hospital, and this one not clear better, but now the stamp down one day. It's a certificate of appreciation to Sierra Network Salon. We make up of the charity, and we all within I. So Yusef, we they listen, Yusef na part of them. You say this now for certify, this certificate now for acknowledge and appreciate on a kind contribution to the patient and staff of the infectious disease unit of Connaught Hospital. And say during the challenging times of the COVID-19 pandemic alone, and say your donation made an enormous difference in the lives of patients and staff. So then say waiting all our thanks, and they tell thank you, and the one that we sign them na Dr. K.S. Dao, when a hospital care manager na Connaught Hospital, and Dr. J.B.W. Russell, when at the head of Department Internal Medicine at the Connaught Hospital, and also Dr. M. Balde. We remember, we don't get Naya, we na medical officer, infectious disease unit, Connaught Hospital. Then tell we thank you. We have one tell them thank you because then tell we thank you. That's so we. And tell we thank you. So we self go tell them thank you. But we want for play this video where doctor talk about
different national primary school examination centers within the city. He said another motorbike collided with theirs and he sustained bruises, including those on his head. He said the other 3 passengers and the riders sustained minor injuries. The injuries did not stop Mohammed from writing to the national primary school examination. He said he took the decision for fear of failure and to fulfill his dream of becoming a pastor.
Okay, but you will still insist for go sit the exam. Why?
Because I don't want to repeat. I want for because for the pastor project. Okay. Because they don't learn about anything for change your life.
Mohammed and his mother, Aminata Aruna, came to Bo Government Hospital for diagnosis because of the swelling on his upper and lower lid and the severe headache he complained of the other night. His eye pains, according to diagnosis, is nothing to be worried about. They were medically advised to do X-ray due to the head injury, but his mother did not afford the 100,000 leones fee required.
Yes, because obviously, since me and Papa passed from 2 years, nobody know the way they take care of past me. So I go all the people that help me. They take care of her seriously. And not to E1 and the 3. They do nothing for them. Make them help me for every land book. And the government supports me, every land book more.
Nurses at the eye clinic department of the Bo Government Hospital treated Mohammed like their own child. The bike riders, they said, ran away after the accident. George Philip Jambawai, AYV, Bo.
Yes, you want to tell George Philip Jambawai, we na the head of AYV na the Southern Province. Thank you, because na to make we you safe able for see that video of the young man. So all waiting you don't hear about waiting really happened that day, according to the young man will be present. I think one thing we all go agree to say yes, the accident did happen, and it's sad to say. Not reality anyway. I have to say it. Tripoli. Go ahead. The Minister of Education on that morning be sending condolence to the family until we say yes, he be get in touch with the person who responsible for education at the South, and the person tell us he be there in with the family and extend loss to the family and all these things. But later can find out say nobody safe no be die. So now the minister I not talk to, or now the person within a bone and tell the minister say yes now so this thing be happen. Because he's sending condolence and he say the ministry, the person who is in charge of the ministry in Abo was in knowledge of this entire incident. And he himself be sent condolence to the family. And now we know say nobody not been die. So for say how we all been see what you see on social media. And so the ministers have been see and just try for build story for we. Or the person about himself now, so himself be seen on social media and try for build story. Because if indeed, before we even for be able for do everything where we do, yes, the accident does happen, but the minister that attending for don't tell you say, no, we don't investigate, but we'll find out say nobody not die. Don't see how they can catch up, eh? And so we can take small, and so things then they reveal. And small lie them. But anyway, you read the boy mama, you read the young man. The intercessor talk say yes, na him be say in one go because waiting in not be one for fail. It come back to it will be talk that day. So the pressure, even though the minister back be say, waiting to maybe even there for be able for do something for the boy, an exception because of that day. But now they saying it as well. And we really, they say na X-ray no more than we do. We want for level up, say a Network Charity Foundation. We want really level up, make we able for see things them happen correct for the young man. If not even CAT scan, we don't know how much in the charge, but you understand. So come on board. People really don't try. The doctors have don't try. The Philip Jambawai and also Mr. Boka, they all don't try. They all don't try. So we self now need for play with your own part. So we know why the bobo in aid swell. Imagine Sierra Leone, they say an X-ray no more than do, even though they aid swell, but they don't know. But then feel see not to anything life threatening. Do you know how deep an X-ray can go? I believe we can do better. Not so? Can do better. So, Monsieur, now the minister and I be talking that day. Go back, go watch the video on 98.1. Let's see maybe the same condolence. Say person that way. The boss self explain nobody know die. A two bike them meet up down the jam, motorcar come then for don't the bike man at the end of the day run away. Also.